As promised, ladies and gentlemen, page 268, La Sality. Everyone knows of Our Lady's appearance at Lourdes and at Fatima. Many books have been written about these marvels, and a popular motion picture has dramatised each, thus bringing it forcefully to the attention of most people. Several years before the happenings at Lourdes and Fatima, Our Lady appeared to two children in French Alps, giving them the message for the world. This apparition, pronounced authentic by church authorities, is the story of La Sality. In the United States, it is little known because of the meagre publicity. The subject is of historical interest, also of practical importance. When Our Lady spoke to the astonished country boy and girl at La Salette, she asked that her words be brought to the attention of all the people. This meant those living in 1846 and the people of future generations. The message tells us above all of the power of God. It tells further of the divine displeasure because of irreligion, indifference, blasphemy, overemphasis, and materialism and sensuality, and the neglect of the spiritual in our daily life. It states the harsh consequences from neglecting God, the disorder and disaster in human affairs, the acute sufferings for everyone, and lists the remedies, prayer and penitence. La Sality is meant to rouse your mind and move your heart. One is personally drawn to it and personally involved in it because conditions in the USA today are even worse spiritually than in France at that time. What the Mother of God said: Come near my children, be not afraid. I am here to tell you great news. If my people will not submit, she began, I shall be forced to let the fall of the arm of my son. It is so strong, so heavy that I can no longer withhold it. For how long a time do I suffer for you? If I would not have my son abandon you, I am compelled to pray to him without ceasing, and as to you, you take no heed of it. However much you pray, however much you do, you will never recompense the pains I have taken for you. 6 days I have given you to labour, the 7th I have kept for myself, and they will not give it to me. It is this which makes the arm of my son so heavy. Those who drive the cart cannot swear without introducing the name of my son. These are the two things which make the arm of my son so heavy. If the harvest is spoiled, it is all on your account. I gave you warning last year with the potatoes, but you did not heed it. On the contrary, when you found the potatoes spoiled, you swore you took the name of my son in vain. They will continue to decay, so that by Christmas there will be none left. Ah, my children, you do not understand. Well, wait, I will say it otherwise. Resuming her discourse from the words, if the harvest is spoiled, she continued, if you have wheat, it is no good to sow it. All that you sow, the beast will eat, and what comes up will fall into dust when you thrash it. There will come a great famine. Before the famine comes, the children under 7 years of age will be seized with trembling and will die in the hands of those who hold them. The others will do penance by the famine. The walnuts will become bad, and the grapes will rot. If they are converted, the stones and rocks will change into mounds of wheat, and the potatoes will be self-sown in the land. Do you say your prayers well, my children? Ah, my children, she exhorted them, you must be sure to say them well, morning and evening. When you cannot do better, say at least an Our Father and a Hail Mary, but when you have time, say more. There are none who go to Mass but a few aged women. The rest work on Sunday or summer, and in the winter, when they know not what to do, they go to Mass only to mock at religion. During Lent they go to the meat market like dogs. Have you never seen wheat that is spoiled, my children? But you, my child, she insisted, addressing the little boy, you must surely have seen some once when you were near the farm of coin with your father. The master of the field told your father to go and see his ruined wheat. You went both together. You took 2 or 3 kernels of wheat into your hands and rubbed them, and they fell all into the dust. Then you returned home when you were still half an hour distance from crops. Your father gave you a piece of bread and said to eat some bread this year at least. I don't know who will eat any next year if the week goes on like that. Well, my children, you will make this known to all my people. The Pope receives the secrets. There are scourges, he said, with which France is threatened, but she is not alone guilty. Germany, Italy, and all Europe is guilty and deserves punishment. I have less to fear from open impiety than from indifference and human respect. It is not without reason that the Church is called militant, and here, pointing to his breast, you behold its captain. I must read these letters more at leisure. We declare as follows: we judge that the apparition of the Blessed Virgin to 2 cowards on the 13th of September 1846 on a mountain of the chain of the Alps, situated in the parish of La Lacete, in the archpresbytery of Corps, bears within itself all the characteristics of truth, and the faithful have grounds for believing it indubitable and certain. We believe that this fact acquires a new degree of certitude from the immense and spontaneous concourse of the faithful on the place of the apparition, as well as from the multitude of prodigies we have been the consequence of the said event, a very great number of which is impossible to call in doubt without violating the rules of human testimony. Wherever to testify our lively gratitude to God and to the glorious Virgin Mary, we authorize the cultus of Our Lady of La Salette. We permit it to be preached, and that practical and moral conclusions may be drawn from this great event. In fine, as the principal end of the apparition is to recall Christians to the fulfillment of their religious duties, to frequenting the divine worship, his church, to a horror of blasphemy, and to the sanctification of the Sunday, we conjure you, our very dear brethren, with a view of your heavenly and even of your earthly interests, to enter seriously into your enter into yourselves, to do penance for your sins, and especially for those against the second and third commandments of God. We conjure you, our well-beloved brethren, be docile under the voice of Mary, who calls you to penance, and who, on the part of her Son, threatens you with spiritual and temporary evils, if, remaining insensible to her maternal admonitions, you harden your hearts. Signed, Philibert, Bishop of Grenoble. The 2 secrets of La Cité, as given to the Pope Pius, I think it's 9th or 11th. I'm not very good with Roman numerals, but I'll read about it later on. To be continued on page 271. Please pardon me, I am a bit off today with me reading. Please stay prayed up and try and learn the virtues to stand your ground spiritually as well as physically when you're asleep, to go against what's going to happen on the earth, and many blessings to you and your family.